Today we're going to break down a really critical decision that a lot of businesses using SAP are facing right now. We're talking about which path to take for your transportation management.
Okay, so let's just dive right in, because a huge change in how SAP handles transportation isn't just some idea on the horizon. It has a hard deadline. This is definitely not something you want to put off. It's a strategic choice you're going to have to make, and probably sooner rather than later. So first things first, let's talk about the why. What's the big event that's forcing this whole conversation? Well, there's a very, very specific reason this has become such a hot topic for so many companies.
And what is that reason? It's the end of 2030. You got to remember that date. By then, SAP's old school transportation module, well, it's not going to be the go-forward solution anymore. And look, this isn't just some minor software update. It's a fundamental shift. That means every single business has to make a choice.
This slide really maps out the whole journey for us, from the past to the future. You know, for years, the heart of logistics in SAP has been that LETRA module. But just look at the end of that timeline. Support for LETRA basically comes to a halt at the end of 2030. After that, it's just not the recommended architecture.
So, okay, the old system is being phased out. What's next? Well, SAP has rolled out a unified solution. But this is where it gets really interesting, because this new way forward actually gives you a choice between two totally different paths.
And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? It perfectly illustrates SAP's direction. They're making it crystal clear that everyone needs to start moving towards this single modern platform. The message couldn't be simpler. The future is here.
And that right there brings us to the fork in the road. This new platform, it's actually split into two distinct categories, and each one is built for different business needs. This is the core decision that you're going to have to make.
All right, so let's explore the first path. You can kind of think of this one as the foundational, out-of-the-box option. It's the direct successor to what a lot of companies are using right now. So this version is now just called Transportation Management, and it's designed to be the straight-up replacement for the old LETR module. It covers all those essential core shipping processes that your business is relying on every single day.
And here's the most important part. This standard path gives you that continuity from the old system, but, and this is a big but, without an extra license fee. It's just part of your core S4HANA license. That makes it the most direct and, frankly, the most cost-effective upgrade.
Okay, so that was the standard route. Now, let's switch gears and talk about the second path and see how this one builds on that foundation with a much more powerful and strategic set of tools.
This one, Advanced Transportation Management, well, it goes way beyond just a simple replacement. This is the full scope solution. We're talking about capabilities that were never even possible in the old LETA module.
This is where we get into the features that can unlock some serious strategic value. I mean, we're talking about things like optimizer planning, automated load planning, package building. These aren't just operational tools, you know? They're designed to turn your logistics from a cost center into a real competitive advantage. And these are the advanced capabilities that come with that additional license.
So, this brings it all together. We've looked at the two options, so now, how do you actually decide which path your organization should take?
You know, a simple analogy can really make this clear. The standard version, it's like a GPS that gives you reliable, turn-by-turn directions. The advanced version, though, that's like a Waze or Google Maps for your freight, optimizing for traffic, tolls, multi-stop routes, everything in real time to find the absolute best way forward.
So let's just put them right next to each other. The whole decision really comes down to that key differentiators row. Ask yourself, can your company generate a real return on investment from things like optimizer planning and load planning? If you're a company that just ships standard pallets to a few dozen places, the standard version is probably a perfect fit. But if you're managing a global fleet with really complex, multi-stop routes and you need to squeeze every penny out of fuel, costs, and container space, well, the advanced route was practically made for you.
And at the end of the day, this is the main takeaway from SAP's own documentation. It's not just a technical decision, right? It's a strategic assessment that your team needs to make based on your own unique business needs and your goals for the future.
So as we close this out, I want you to think beyond just replacing what you have today. Instead, ask yourself this question. What capabilities will give our business a real competitive edge, not just in 2030, but in all the years that come after? That's the real question you need to answer.
All right, let's get right into it.